What you see here is the Porsche 911 GT3R, the Rexy car. And this car races in IMSA. And it's pretty obvious why this one is very popular, especially with the younger race fans and some older race fans of IMSA sports car racing. It's this very unique front end and this color scheme that mimics a T-Rex. And yes, there is a story behind this. But this particular model is made by Top Speed Models, and they have an exclusive contract for IMSA. So all of the sports cars that are available to be made by IMSA, or that race in IMSA rather, are made by Top Speed Models. And that recently includes Ferrari. But going back to this model, the shape is excellent. There's no question about that. The overall paint on this model is really good. It is a very, very nice green. I can tell you the decals on the model are true decals. And they're laid out pretty nicely. The only reason why I'm bringing it up is because you can see the outline of the decals for this model, which this is a race car, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Top Speed has been doing a lot better when it comes to these particular sports cars, and I'm very sure it has a lot to do with having that contract. So they wanted to produce the best version possible by their company. This is a sealed resin model, so none of the parts open, not the doors, nothing. So you don't have any access to it. But these models, especially sports cars, the vast majority of them, the more late model ones, are typically non-opening anyway. Just focusing on the wheel detail, it's very good. I have no complaints with the wheel detail. It has all of the expected components that you'd want to see in the wheels. I really do like the Michelin scripting that's on the tires, very accurate to the real thing. I do not see a valve stem on these rims, but the rims themselves are very nice. I couldn't ask for any more than that. They're just very good. So moving on to the front, you have the mouth in this case, and you do have this very nice mesh grille on the front of this model. It's very good. I like the headlight detail. If you didn't know, the lights are shaded yellow. That is a way for the faster cars, which would be those GTP cars, or hypercars as they're called in Europe. They're faster, so at night, it's the only way that they're going to recognize the slower GT cars are with the headlights that are yellow. Just a little fun fact if you didn't know that. Moving on to the back of the model. Plenty of detail, like the tinted headlights, but tail lights. Those are very nicely done. The shape is pretty much correct. The diffuser is very good. It is a carbon fiber piece. I believe there's a decal that's laid on top of the plastic, and it's very believable, so I'm not complaining about it at all. The exhaust I really do like. It has a metallic look to it, and it is nice and deep and believable. I'm just going to go ahead and take a closer look of the interior. Because this is a sealed model, the windows on this model are very transparent. And you can see all the scaffolding in the back. So I like to call it. I got that from Top Gear, by the way, that term. You have the digital counter, which I really, really wish that WC would pick that up. These are called the leader lights, and they actually will have the number of what place the car is in. That's very helpful for multi-class racing. And right now it's only exclusive to the United States, not Europe for some crazy reason. I'm pretty sure there's a money reason for that. So you have the dashboard from what you can see here. And it does have color to it, which is nice. Let's move along to the front. You do have nice stitched seat belts there with the photo etched buckles. I like that a lot. You have your harness. your safety net, and then your dashboard. Again, I've mentioned this several times with other sealed models and opening. I really like that the steering wheel has all of the colored numbers and dials, and it's reflective to the light, so you can see a lot more than if it was just all blacked out. So I really do like that a lot. And that's pretty much all we can really see from the interior. But I do like it. It's really well detailed for a race car. And there you are, a very short glimpse or look at the Rexy Porsche GT3 911 RSR. And now to my conclusions. If you're not familiar with the Rexy livery, it actually originated with the driver's helmet. So AO Racing is a GT3 911R racing team for the IMSA series, and there are two drivers because it is a shared program if you're familiar with sports car racing. Initially, the driver had the livery on his helmet, and he did this as a way to bond with his very young children. It was his partner's idea to add the livery to the car, and it was a great idea. This GT3 911 is by far the most popular car on the IMSA series. To give you the idea of how popular, all of the merchandising for this particular car, for this team, the lanyards, the cups, the cars, the model cars, the posters, is by far the best-selling items in the IMSA catalog. So just to give you an idea. And this is a good thing, especially for the model. You have younger people and folks who would probably never even think to buy a model who are buying models of this particular livery. That, I would hope, would draw in more people interested not only in the IMSA racing, which is very important, but also model cars. I know that some of you are into values. If I was going to place this on a value, I'm going to give it $4. I'm giving it $4 because of the obvious. This is a very popular livery, so it is going to go up in value. And these cars, these model cars, are selling really fast, by the way. The model itself is very good. I would say it's even with the standards of Spark models. So Spark Model Company makes by far the most GT cars out there. They make a bunch of sports cars as well. And I can tell you from past experience, there's a good reason why this top speed looks very similar to the Spark models. Please like and subscribe. That is the best way I'm going to know you're enjoying these videos. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time.